February 24th edition of iState News. I'm Cedric Jones.
And I'm Pat McDaniel.
In recent years, Ames has seen a dramatic increase in violent crime. Jim Robinson, patrol commander for the Ames Police Department, says that 6 homicides in the last year and a half is unprecedented. Robinson says that Ames normally has a homicide once every 5 years. Robinson says that the procedures used to prevent violent crimes in Ames haven't changed. Robinson says there is no core group of individuals involved with crimes, so nothing can be done. But he says residents shouldn't worry because Ames is still a safe community to live in.
The Ames City Council will vote to approve nearly $8 million worth of engineering design contracts for several road projects over the next 2 years. Some of the areas around Ames that the city is focusing on, parts of 16th and 13th Streets from Stang to the railroad overpass. Some of these areas have been damaged by severe winter weather over the last 2 years. The city feels these roads must be repaired.
As part of the Lost Innocents National Initiative, police arrested 571 people involved in prostitution this weekend. This national enforcement action was called Operation Cross Country. In 29 cities from Anchorage, Alaska to Miami, Florida, FBI agents found adult prostitutes, customers, sex traffickers, and teenagers from 13 to 17 who were involved in prostitution. In Memphis, Tennessee, a man faces at least 10 years in prison after pleading guilty yesterday to charges of arranging for minors to have sex for money. The FBI also is targeting a 16-year-old girl who recruits underage girls to prostitution. She began when she was only 13.
A GSB presidential candidate might have won back some votes from ISU athletes. During the GSB debates last night, Jason Boggess retracted a statement published in the February 9th edition of the ISU Daily. Boggess was quoted saying, "We have heard complaints that athletes receive full ride scholarships while students earning 4.0 grade point averages receive nothing." Boggess wanted to clarify the statement by saying his aim was not to remove athletic scholarships, but even out the scholarships given to all high-achieving students in any field. Alyssa Berzins, a GSB senator and ISU student athlete, says she was prepared to put the heat out on Boggess at last night's debate. Berzins feels the comment undermined the work that student athletes do and took a lot away from Boggess's campaign. Boggess is one of the 2 candidates running for GSB president. The elections take place on March 3rd.
Last week, the GSB Finance Committee began the process of regular allocations. Gavin Arrelson has the story. For more information about the GSB regular allocation meetings, email Tom Danielson at tommyd@iastate.edu. We're going to have a look at
Kaleida Quizizquaming, an Iowa State radio station, is hosting its annual on-air competition on March 6th. Participants answer a series of trivia questions as well as participate in physical challenges. KURE Marketing Director and contest organizer Kat Smith said it can get crazy that last year's competition had teams pull a Saturday bus. Many students are excited to play on the teams this year. Iowa State senior Andrew Bircher remembers chasing people around campus for points last year and says that they will definitely play again this year. Team entry fees are due today, but may be submitted until next Thursday with a late fee. For more information, visit www.kure885.org.
Feeling a little fat is Lee Cohn, author of Making Weight, Healing Men's Conflicts with Food, Weight, and Shape, is hosting a lecture tonight at the Memorial Union. Cohn will Cohen will discuss the trends in men and women's self-esteem related to body image.
Sexually objectified, going on diets, the whole milieu began to change.
Has to say, go to the lecture tonight at 7:30 in the sunroom of the Memorial Union. Well, Allison, today is a breath of fresh air. What is the rest of the week looking like?
Well, we have current temperatures at 51, a dew point at 27, and humidity at 39%. Wind south at 14 miles per hour. As far as your planner goes, at 9 p.m.
In just a few short years, Iowa State could be using wind power as one of its main energy sources. The Ames Electric Department approached Iowa State in early 2007 about the potential connection to a wind farm located in northern Boone County. If all the contracts are signed and the wind project fixed into the city's electrical grid, the farm will be called the Ridgeport Wind Farm and will be a major step forward in Iowa's energy usage.
Iowa PIRG, an organization on campus, will be driving to Washington, D.C. this weekend to take part in Power Shift and make their voices heard. Molly McKernan has the story. PIRG is always looking for more students and new ideas to help make changes possible. To get involved, email PIRG President Allie Peeler at ally@iastate.edu.
Despite the hard economic times, a scholarship is increasing its amount. The YWCA scholarship will be given to $250 more than last year. The YWCA is focused on eliminating racism and empowering women. Elizabeth Beck, Interim Executive Director for Ames and ISU's YWCA, says the candidate they are looking for has spent time and energy to meet the YWCA mission statement. The application is due this Friday. For more information, go to www.ywca.org/Ames, Iowa.
If you're looking for a cheap yet fun night out, Grandma Mojo's Moonshine Revival has your answer. The student sketch comedy troupe will be performing at the M Shop on Wednesday, February 25th at 10 p.m. The sketch comedy show will feature former Mojo actor and star from the Deviants comedy troupe in L.A., Carrie Seam. Doors will open at 9:30, and the cost of the show is $1.
For more iState News reporter Rashad Michkansky recently sat down with the only Pulitzer Prize-winning journalism professor on campus.
McChesney.
Chamblin's work, go to www. Whatever. Oh, okay. The United States and South Korean officials believe North Korea is planning. You know what? We're going to a break. Coming up in iState News, some weather.
United Way provides hope and opportunity where there is need.
Starting with your own.
The Ames City Council will be reviewing current regulations for high-rise buildings in Campus Town at their meeting tonight. Councilman Jamie Larson said they are considering banning balconies and installing surveillance cameras at the entrances. These changes come in the wake of high rate of police calls to Cyclone Plaza and Legacy Towers. The revised rules would be applicable to proposed 5-story high-rise plan on the east side of Welch Avenue across the street from Subway. Tonight's council meeting starts at 6:30 p.m. at Ames City Hall.
Mary Swander is the voice of Iowa poetry. The Iowa native and ISU professor was named the Poet Laureate for the state by Governor Chet Culver last week. As Poet Laureate, Swander will be responsible for delivering poems at official Iowa public events for her two-year term. This honor comes to Swander after an already successful career. Swander has written a best-selling book of poetry about homesteading times in Iowa and has won numerous awards, including an Iowa Authors Award, a National Endowment for the Arts grant, the Carl Sandsberg Literary Award, and several others. Swander is a distinguished professor in Iowa State's English Department and is currently working on another book of Iowan-themed poetry entitled Girls on the Roof.
Does the winter weather have you feeling a little nostalgic for the glory days of the 60s? The Maintenance Shop has your answer. Psychedelic pop group The Explorers Club will be venturing into Cyclone territory on Thursday, February 26th, to play songs reminiscent of the Beach Boys. Tickets are $6 for students with a $2 increase the day of the show. For more information and full songs, visit the band's site, www.myspace.com/Explorers Club.
For those who enjoy performing in front of an audience and showing off their talents, the Ames High School Arts and Academic Booster Club will be holding an open mic night fundraiser at Cafe DM this Thursday. The donations received from the night will go to fund grants, and the Boosters Club will put towards the purchasing of educational items for Ames High students. Cafe DM is located on Main Street, and the event will last from 7 to 10 p.m. Anyone is welcome, and donations are appreciated.
Here is the Dennis Chamberlain package.
Dennis Chamberlain.
Watching iState News.